Hello YouTube, this is Gamer Delta, and today I'd like to welcome you to a video that I like to call Skylanders Friday, because this is being recorded on the 23rd of November, which is this year's 2012 Black Friday. And as you can see, I have a lot of stuff. I actually did brave the most of the stuff I got at Walmart and Target, as you can see by one of the things right next to you, or right next to the 3DS starter pack. But they had their sales at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock respectively last night, so I went out and braved the crowds and got some really good deals on these characters right here, including some rare ones. Anyway, start with the big prize here that I did get at Walmart, the 3DS starter pack. This was on sale for $38.89, I believe it was, instead of the regular $74.99 that it usually is. And this is the Walmart pack because it comes with the glow-in-the-dark cinder and the glow-in-the-dark portal as well. So I've actually been holding out to get this now, and I will do a proper unboxing of this in this video, because I do know that I really didn't show me unboxing the Wii version, so I will do that for you guys here. And also at Walmart, I did manage to find my first Lightcore figure, Lightcore Jetvac. Very nice. They had about 4 of them. I managed to snag one as I entered the store. Very good. And also, they were also selling these, which is a glow-in-the-dark Sonic Boom Series 2 figure. I do already have the Series 2 Sonic Boom figure, but this is the Walmart exclusive, and they were only selling this at Black Friday, and I managed to actually snagged one before they started pulling them off the shelves and putting them in a, I guess, little kind of plastic wrap container, and then putting it in the middle of the aisles like they did all the other stuff. But I managed to snag one behind an employee's back, and I got it without waiting in the huge massive line. So, and I am going to keep this in the box. I'm not going to unbox this, just because there's nothing really that special about it. But you can just get a good look at the packaging there, and a good look at the figure. It's pretty much all just the glow-in-the-dark paint details, with the same as the original Sonic Boom Series 2 figure, which I will show you right here. Here's what it regularly looks like with its normal paint details, and here's the glow-in-the-dark version. So that's pretty cool. And I have tested it out, and it does glow really no good, about as good as the Cinder one does. So I will set that over here and move on to the 3DS starter pack. I will save these two guys for the later video. We will move on to this. As I said, the 3DS starter pack comes with the 3 characters: T-Rex, a Punch Pop Fizz, which is an alternate version of Pop Fizz, and a glow-in-the-dark Cinder via the Walmart special pack. So let's get into this bad boy here. And no, I did go to, I went to the other sales as well, the Best Buy and the GameStop and all that others, and as of this recording, I don't believe Wave 3 has been released yet. The only new Skylander I believe that was released was Legendary Stealth Elf, which is a Toys R Us exclusive, but the closest Toys R Us to my house is an hour and a half. Actually, there's 2 of them, but they're both an hour and a half away, so yeah, I'm not wasting too much gas on that. I actually ordered it online, so I will do an unboxing once I get it. But as you can see, here's the inside of the contents. Here's the portal, the characters, and of course, as you saw on the back, here's our little paper details here. Comes with the poster and whatnot, and of course, obviously the game itself, which set down here. Throw that over here. Take a gander. Yep. Oh, there's the well, I'm gonna input it before I even upload this video, so no harm done in that. But there's the Skylanders Giants 3DS cartridge right there, same as the normal 3DS cartridge. Then of course you got Club Nintendo points, which is kind of weird because this doesn't come in the Wii version. I'm not sure why. And then you just have the regular, literally like 4 pages of useless stuff that anybody should be able to know. But yeah, go ahead and throw that out. Yeah, let's take a look at the characters here. Of course, you do get a giant, which is T-Rex, and he snapped out of there very easily. But of course, I already have that. Well, extra T-Rex. Anyway, he is the same. There is no difference. He's just the big hulking dude. He's still a cool character, though. I do like him. So again, extra T-Rex figure over there. We get, snap them up. I hate how they put the little ones in here because they're jammed in there. There we go. Throw that there. We have Punch Pop Fizz, which is basically just a red Pop Fizz. Got some minor different details there, but not still pretty cool. And he does show up in the game as an alternate character, so he does count towards the collection. And of course we have the glow-in-the-dark Cinder figure, which is feels kind of odd. It feels kind of fuzzy-like, almost like sandpaper kind of texture here. But it's basically all the way around. No really any details other than that, including the base as well. So throw that over there. And the 3DS portal this time around is a glow-in-the-dark variant. It's also got this sort of sandpapery texture almost. Odd kind of. It's kind of hard to tell the difference, but you can kind of see it's almost translucent and the like. But it is pretty much the same as the other 3DS portal. I think it's the same size too. Can fit your normal characters on like that. And it has almost barely enough room to get your giants on there. Barely. Well, it's not like you're going to be using two characters that, or you're not going to keep your characters on the portal, because the way that the 3DS versions work is that you put your character on the portal, you go to what was his name, Hugo, I think, in the 3DS version, and he will activate a machine that will suck up one of your Skylanders. You put him on the portal, and it transfers the data, and he sucks it up into a little gem that you can keep. So you can swap out your characters, like, not really on the fly, but, you know, like if you're going somewhere, you can just have two different characters, you know, at your leisure, without having to have the actual portal with you. So that is kind of nice. And it is battery based, as you can see. You get three Duracell batteries. Very good. They are AAA, and nice for Activision to include these because these are very good batteries, Duracell. Throw these over there. I've actually never had to change my original 3DS batteries because they lasted so long. I doubt it works now, but other than that, throw all this over here. Characters up there. And we'll open this little package here and see what's inside. Well, we know what's inside. It's pretty much the same thing as any of the other console versions, but let's see if I can't find the seal here. There we go. Pack. See, this should have the stickers and the character cards. Yes, it does. Alright. Set this aside. I'll just show you the stickers are virtually the same as the other ones. Cinders, there's Punch Pop Fizz, and T-Rex. And then their cards. Well, first we're actually going to compare cards here. Like I said, the T-Rex is the same. It is the original one. But we'll start with Punch Pop Fizz here. Go ahead and reach over here where I have his normal variant. As you can see, it's pretty much just the color. One's red, one's blue. That's about it. Same file, same pose. The only thing different is also his backpack. One is a lighter gray, sort of, and the other one is a dark brown. But that's about it. No new armor or anything. Oh, and the little bands on his gloves are silver on his red variant. So there's the only two different details. Still one of my favorite characters too. Love that little guy. But take a look at his card here. Punch Pot Fizz's card. His stats are 65 in power, 50 in defense, 50 in speed, and 105 in luck. And if I find his normal card here, I'll show you the difference between the two. Which really, the only difference is the fact that this says Punch Pot Fizz and this one does not. His stats are both identical on both cards. So, there's that if you were wondering. And we'll also look at the Cinder figure just because. I have the Series 2 the Series 2 figure of Cinder, which also came with the console starter packs, except I have the glow in the dark and the normal one. Pretty much it's the same, except one has details and one's covered in the glow in the dark paint. Not too much difference there other than that, but still very cool looking. Very cool looking that also the glow in the dark Cinder doesn't have any pupils. Kind of looks wicked in the dark. I'll set that aside there. And I believe Cinder's card is also the same. Yes, it is. As you can see, here's the one that comes with the 3DS version, and the one with the Wii. They're pretty much completely identical. And like I said, Tree Rex is the same as his normal variant, but there you go. So just throw those up there. There we go. So there you go, there's the 3DS starter pack. Throw it over there. And then we will look at the other two items that I have. The first up, we will look at Lightcore Jetvac. As you can see, this is my first Lightcore character. I didn't get any other three yet. He is available he was released with Wave 2, as you can see. But he's extremely hard to find. Like I said, when I went into to Walmart on Black Friday, which is today, or yesterday actually, but still, they only had 4 of these, and I managed to grab one, and they put them out. But the difference in the packaging is that you got this little shiny silver hollow base there. It doesn't have his logo either. It just has Jetvac and the air symbol. And it also says Lightcore up here with a picture of Prison Break up there, showing you what he does. And it's got that all around there. The only real difference in the back of the packaging is that it has the Lightcore description up here, where it has the Lightcore power, which is basically just the effect of it lighting up. And I'll get them out, but I'll show you. And then the second effect is the Flash Bomb effect. And basically what this does is this is a screen-nicking ability. Basically, if you're surrounded by enemies, or let's say, yeah, if you're like surrounded by enemies, you're fighting and you're having a tough time, you swap out one character and then you put a Lightcore character on the portal, and when they hit the ground, this burst of light radiates from them and pretty much nukes everything on the screen. Not everything, but it usually does, and it does it, and covers a pretty far radius. So you can only do it once per level, though. You have to go back to Flynn's ship in order to, use it again. But go ahead and unbox them here. He's also in a different pose as to the normal Jetvac here. He sort of has his hand out and his gun behind him, sort of like the opposite of what he had before. You can see his pump also lights up a little bit as well. Not much, but there is some light that funnels out from there. But the two main parts that glow on Jetvac are, one is the air symbol right there, which might be a little hard to see, but that little gem there on his belt, that'll light up, and as well as the inside of his gun. So that's pretty awesome. And as well as his take out his card here. Yeah, it's always get bent up very nastily, but here's his card. As you can see, the difference between his card and the other ones is it's really, really shiny. But all Lightcore characters have this shiny card here, and it also has different artwork of him rather than the normal card here, as well as his Turned around there, his sticker, got the same that's the picture on the card. But anyway, Light Core Jetvac stats are actually different than the normal Jetvac here. I'll just read them off here. Light Core Jetvac has 65 power, 15 defense, 80 in speed, and 90 in luck. Now, comparing him to the normal one that you get with the starter packs. Let's see here. Yeah, lighting. 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. Had a real lighting issue. The sun decided to shift right into my window and script the lighting completely. So I now changed it to have the flash on so I can see a little bit better. So can you. Anyway, comparing these two again. Here is the Light Core Jetvac, and here is the normal Jetvac that you get in the starter packs. As you can see, it's pretty much almost the same pose, except he has his gun in his other hand. I actually like kind of like this one. This one looks a little bit better to me, but they're both pretty cool. And then comparing their cards, like I said, putting through here, he does actually have different stats, as do all the others, I believe. Throwing his card up here. You can compare this to the normal Jetvac here. The normal Jetvac has 60 attack power, so the Light Core has 5 more than that, 65. Light Core has 50 in defense, 50 in defense, both. The normal Jetvac has 70 in speed, while the Light Core has upped it by 10 and has 80. And the normal Jetvac also has 80 luck, and then again it is upped by 10, where the Light Core has 90. So the Light Core is actually more powerful than the normal variant. At least that's what the stats of the cards say. But I don't know if he's actually programmed that way, but that's what it says. But that is pretty cool then. Light Core Jetvac. I'll throw him back there to the side. And then take a look at the last character we have here to unbox, which is the Granite Crusher, another variant, the giant variant this time. He is available only at he's available only at Target. I did manage to find him there, surprisingly, because I was actually in the middle of the line, which was near the back of the store. But yeah, I guess nobody really wanted him, so I picked him up. Anyway, he pretty much, there's not too much of a difference except for one major one, which I'm going to get to in a second, but I will open this guy. And some of you are probably thinking, what? Why would you unbox a variant? You should keep it in the box, like the Sonic Boom. Why don't you do that? Well, honestly, unless it's like the variants count as different characters, I'm not really too keen on just leaving them in the box, because I do play with the Skylanders a lot. So, but there's Granite Crusher. As you can see, he's made out of granite and blue crystal, whereas his other counterpart is pretty much just stone and iron armor. As I will get over here right now. Here are the two crushers side by side. As I said, it's pretty much one has a gray, silver, and green color scheme, and the other one has a black and blue one. Which I like the black and blue one a lot better, because it almost looks like lightning is going down. That sounds kind of weird, but that's pretty cool right there. Made Granite Crusher. And as well, like Punch Pop Fizz, he does come with a separate card. We have here, it says Granite Crusher down on the bottom. It's got this color scheme. Anyway, Granite Crusher stats, we have 140 for attack, 140 for defense, 50 in speed, and 60 in luck. And comparing that to the original just the original Crusher, not Granite Crusher. Comparing these two cards together, comparing them two together, they pretty much have this exact same stats. The only difference, again, just like the Pop Fizz, is that one says Granite Crusher and one's Normal Crusher, and both have alternate coloring. So there you go. But there's one more thing I do want to showcase, as you probably noticed, is that one of the major elements of some of these characters is one that the jetpack lights up, and the big difference, or the second big difference of the Granite Crusher, is that one has a different color scheme when they light up than the other. And in order to do this, I'm going to take you upstairs to my room where my portal is. Jump cut. Sorry about that. But I'm going to turn the flash off my camera, so now you can see it a little bit better. Here's Jetvac, and then when you put him on the portal, oh, look at that. That is awesome. Like I said, the little air symbol on his belt lights up, and so does his gun. As you can see, there's a little bit of glow in the backpack too. But yeah, that's probably the coolest like core figure there's probably going to be, I bet. But couldn't be for a cooler character. I do like Jetvac a lot. He's a hawk. What more can you want? Anyway, like I said, the two big differences is here is Granite Crusher on the portal, and as you can see, his eyes light up blue, and then his crystals are green. And then the Granite Crusher has blue eyes and blue crystals for his lighting color scheme. But there you go. There is the Skylanders Friday video featuring the 3DS Starter Pack, Light Core Jetvac, Granite Crusher, and Glow in the Dark Sonic Boom. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.